Filipino Batang Gilas member blocked two-time NBA MVP Stephen Curry. Gian Mamuyac, 17-year-old, and a player of Ateneo Blue Eagles men's basketball squad, is now starting to fulfill his dream after blocking the NBA two-time MVP Stephen Curry during his signature three-point shot attempt.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taiwan leg of the Golden State Warriors SC30 Asia Under Armour tour marked history after the blocking scene that Mamuyac did to the Golden State superstar. Stephen Curry got defeated by the young Gilas player in the last 5 seconds of the quarter. Curry gave Mamuyac a high five after proudly confirming that the young player blocked him without incurring any foul. Invite you to watch the video. By Nihan, 3,000 civilians volunteered to fight alongside military against Abu Sayyaf. The AFP is positive that they are slowly defeating the forces of the Abu Sayyaf as they conducted a series of offensive attacks against the group. A cell phone footage showed how a Simba tank rained heavy gunfire on the terrorists. It can be heard that some of the ASG group tried to counter but were answered by a M16 machine gun by the military.
Para tumulong sa mga otoridad, handa naman daw umaksyon ang lokal na pamahalaan para gawing legal ang paggamit ng armas ng mga volunteer.
Helicopters and truckloads of soldiers have been dispatched hour by hour as they once again faced the group in Patakal, Sulu, where 15 soldiers died on a clash previously. The AFP has also strengthened the checkpoints in Basilan and Taytay, which has been a safe haven of the terrorists after being attacked in Sulu. Joint Task Force Taytay Commander Colonel Custodio Parcos Jr. warned those Abu Sayyaf who would try to cross their province and said, if they're gonna try, they're gonna die. Following this, the Barangay Peacekeeping Action Team or BPAT gathered in Patakal, composed of almost 3,000 civilians, have volunteered to join the war to help defeat the Abu Sayyaf. Governor Toto Tan, Sulu have announced that they are doing their best to legalize the use of weapons for these civilian volunteers. Invite you to watch the video. Bad move. 2 women was arrested in Davao City because of bomb jokes. Yesterday, September 6, 2 women got arrested in Davao City after saying bomb jokes. An 18-year-old girl named Isabella now crying tears of regret after getting arrested after telling a mall security guard that she has a bomb on her bag. Authorities immediately made an action and arrested the girl. According to the guard, the suspect said that she has a bomb on her bag while they were inspecting it. They immediately called 911 to assist them. Another woman got arrested doing the same thing in another mall in Davao. A case of violating the Presidential Decree 1727, or also known as anti-bomb joke, is charged against them. Imprisonment for the said violation will be not more than 5 years with a fine not more than P40,000. In other cases, some schools in Davao City received bomb threats that led to suspension of classes. DepEd requested that law enforcers boost their security in the different schools in Davao City. Senior Superintendent Michael John Dubria still heads Davao City PNP and Chief Colonel Henry Robinson of the Task Force Davao. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte said that she gave names to PNP Chief De La Rosa, but he denied it. However, De La Rosa dropped some names but Mayor Duterte refused. She said that she compromised and told De La Rosa to make a short list in 2 to 3 days. The artist's sketch of the possible people who might be involved in the bombing in Davao City is now in the hands of a special investigation task group, but they have not released it yet. 2 men and women are pointed to be the persons of interest in the casualty. Invite you to watch the video. Justin, drug test results of Ann Curtis and James Reid was released by Viva. Look. After radio DJ Karen Bordatter's arrest because of selling drugs which she admitted, many celebrities were rumored to be clients of the DJ and her boyfriend. Despite the plea of actor Robin Padilla to President Duterte to reconcile internally those celebrities who have been using drugs but not selling to not ruin their career. This was contrary to Edge Manzano's call for revealing the names so the networks would have the initiative to do the testing. Star Magic initially performed the drug testing for some of their artists. Recently, Viva Artists Agency has also conducted drug testings, which includes the rumored Ann Curtis and James Reid being drug users. This was proven wrong by VAA and released the results for the 2 artists. they issues a statement saying that Ann Curtis and James Reed, both tested negative for illegal drugs. VAA also said that the rumors were unfounded. These reports were broadcast on AM radio and published in several tabloids with only an unnamed pusher as a source and with no further evidence to support the claim, says VAA. Meanwhile, according to them, they have publicized the results to show their utmost support to the government's war against illegal drugs. Invite you to watch the video. Alaska torches global port. In a battle between two teams fighting for survival, the Alaska Aces proved to be the more determined, recording their highest scoring output in the PBA Governor's Cup with a 133-106 demolition of the global port Batang Pier Wednesday night at the Inair Center in Antipolo City. The Aces shot a sizzling 55%, 51 for 92, from the field and 53%, 14 for 26, from beyond the arc, scoring 38 points in both the third and fourth quarters. With the victory, Alaska improved to a 4-5 win-loss record, tying idle NLEX and Rain or Shine for 7th to 9th places in the standings. Globalport, on the other hand, dropped to 3-6, moving closer to elimination. In Port LaDonte Henson paced Alaska with 33 points, 13 rebounds and 4 assists. He had ample local support with Calvin Ibueva adding 21 points on 66% shooting, 8 for 12, and Chris Banchero chipping in 20 markers, including a perfect 3 for 3 clip from three-point range. Three other local players, JVE Casio, Sonny Thos and RJ Jazzle, also scored in double digits. Globalport's Terrence Romeo, Stanley Pringle and Import Michael Glover all posted at least 20 points that went down the drain with the loss. Phoenix 93, Blackwater 81. The Phoenix Fuel Masters continued their climb to the top, sending the Blackwater Elite crashing out of the tournament with a 93-81 victory. It was Phoenix's third straight win, and fifth overall in 9 games, getting past Morocco, 5-5, to take solo fifth place in the standings with even a chance to take a spot in the top 4 and the twice-to-beat advantage that goes with it in the quarterfinals. Remarkably, the Fuel Masters won despite recording their lowest output in all their wins this conference. On the other hand, the loss was the 8th against a solitary win for the woeful Blackwater, as it remained glued to the bottom of the standings. In Port Eugene Phelps was his usual explosive self, finishing with 29 points, 26 rebounds, 4 assists and 1 steal in 42 minutes. Mark Borburn was the surprise top local scorer for the Fuel Masters with his 15 points, while Simon Enciso and Cyrus Baggio added 12 and 10 markers, respectively. New Blackwater import Keila King was hardly impressive in his PBA debut, finishing with just 14 points on just 11 attempts and 8 rebounds. Art Dela Cruz and Carlo Lastimosa led the Elite with 18 points apiece, which meant nothing in the end. Games Friday, NLEX Road Warriors, 4-5, versus Globalport Batang Pier, 3-5, and Mahindra Enforcers, 6-3, versus Barangay Ginebra Kings, 6-2. Invite you to watch the video. Wicked's Elphaba Jacqueline Hughes on Going Green and feeling great as a traveling performer. It may sound awful and arduous wearing a thick shade of green on your skin every night to inhabit the iconic character of Elphaba in the hit musical Wicked, but that's not how actress-singer Jacqueline Hughes sees it. The performer, who will be taking center stage when the musical rolls into town on September 29, revealed Going Green actually makes her feel more beautiful. "It really brings out all my features," she said, adding that it usually takes only around 30 minutes to get greenified, thanks to the team of wonderful makeup artists and the very special blend of green, chroma key in landscape green, created by MAC Makeup for the musical. The Scot also takes all the traveling she does as part of a touring company in her stride, even as she is candid about missing her husband and little dog Coco. "It's kinda interesting and challenging living out of a suitcase. It takes a certain amount of thought and planning to fit everything into one case," she said. "However, we are lucky enough to be visiting so many amazing places on this international tour. It's such an adventure." Q. How many cities do you usually visit as part of a touring company? Which city has left a deep impression on you? A. A tour normally lasts between 1 and 2 years, and within this time, we sit down in cities for 4 to 6 weeks. This is how we have been able to bring Wicked to so many countries, 50 in fact, and visit over 100 cities around the world. Edinburgh is closest to my home, and we had a record-breaking stay there over Christmas. I love the cobbled streets and the Gothic architecture. There's also nothing like hearing the distant sound of bagpipes. Q. How do you keep yourself healthy and in tip-top condition while on the road? A. I have a great routine, as I need to keep my strength up for the performances, and I do like to eat healthy and keep hydrated. I'm also a believer in vitamins, and I swear by high-end green powder, as it's the perfect pick-me-up. Q. You tweeted a photo of the Singapore sling while you were here last week for a promotional stop and said bucket list checked. What other travel experiences do you have on your bucket list? A. Ha! That was a great cocktail, and Raffles is such a beautiful hotel. I would also love to do a drive around America with my husband, as he loves cars, so Route 66 would be the ultimate bucket list experience for us. Singapore for us is the start of our adventure, so we just take each day as it comes. I can't wait to absorb myself into each city and its culture. We are very fortunate that we work in the evenings during the week, so we have the days to explore. I am excited to visit the botanical gardens and sample some chili crab, as I hear it's exquisite. Q. This is the second time Wicked is coming to Singapore. Why do you think the musical will still feel special to those who've watched it before? A. Wicked has so much to offer, and it's fantastic to be bringing this new version back into Singapore, led by our British company. Wicked keeps evolving, and I challenge audiences to spot new things and experience the magic once more. Q. Where is Oz to you? A. Home. There's no place like it. Q. Coming from East Kilbride near Glasgow, Scotland, what do you recommend travellers see when they are near your area? A. I'm incredibly proud of where I'm from, and Scotland is such a beautiful country. We have some breathtaking scenery such as Loch Lomond and the Trossachs. They are not too far from Glasgow, and I would say they are must-sees for any traveller. Serene Lim. Wicked runs from September 29th to October 30th at Marina Bay Sands. Tickets from Sistik. Thank you for watching videos like you. Remember the channel, register and comment below. Thank you.